Hi, welcome to Drawing a House with Mr. Lawrence. Today we are going to design you a house based on shipping containers. Why shipping containers? They're cheap. You see them running around on the backs of trucks and trains. At the end of their life, they're worthless pretty much, and some people are actually making houses out of them for low cost. Google this and you'll get the idea. Alright, so that gives us the opportunity to, instead of designing something really boring, to do something a little bit more architectural. You can see this one, this block represents a shipping container. You could stack one this way and one this way and kind of draw it like that. It's really an exercise in drawing isometric rectangles, but let's say that you're moving out of home to go to university and you need some cheap housing. You've got somewhere to plonk one of these, you bolt them together, hey presto. So something like this would give you a basic mark. Add in some more detail and a little bit of your own design perhaps. Here I've got a rooftop garden, if you can find a way to get onto it. Provided you've done the work, it's quite okay to add some other cut out details. Part of the bike's missing, so let's just draw in a little table there. There we go, hiding, in fact that back wheel's missing. And there we have something that would get you a pretty good mark. Now, so let's get started. Let's take a pen, draw a margin. Actually, if you make a mistake in pen, some people said, just cut a piece of paper out, stick glue on top, and gets around that problem. Alright, so tutorial 6, the last one of your assignment. Let's have a look at a starting point. You can see with this one, I ran out of room. So instead of having the starting bird's foot right here, I'm going to come over a little bit. So come up off your margin a little bit, this way to the left a little bit, give yourself a starting point. Let's really lightly sketch in our bird's foot. I reckon that's about the angle. So let's go along, straight up and along. Get a shipping container kind of this high, and let's do a line out here. Let's do one side of the shipping container kind of looks like a square. So that's too rectangular. I think that's kind of like a square. So from here and from say here, let's go cross. Now don't darken anything in until you finish your drawing because you won't see all these lines. So that's kind of got the bottom level drawn. For my design, and you can do it any way you want, I'm going to put two like this and then stack another one on top there. Can you see the bird's foot already? Yep. One here, one here, one here. Let's start with this one, draw these two, and then add the one on top. Oh, by the way, you could do your design, you could cantilever if you want, that means overhanging. And, you can do whatever you like, go wild. So, let's get this baby drawn. Let's have a look. Alright, so for this back one, I know it's got a line up here, so I'm going to extend this line along here. From this corner, extend the line along. For the back corner, we'll share that line. Now, how wide is however wide this one is along here, it's going to be the same in that direction. So let's mark it off there and bring a line forward. What we have to do now is create a new bird's foot down here. So if this shipping container is this long, turn it around from the back, that's kind of, if I come down here, there's my new bird's foot. I'm missing a line out this way. One out here, one out here, and it looks like I'll just make it there. Alright, so there's my two shipping containers. Let's take these lines straight up, and however high that is, mark off the same. Boom, till it crosses over. So from these 2 points here, I'm going to go criss, cross. Alright, so that's the basic outline of my shipping containers. Let's add in, let's add a big doorway in the bottom. So a doorway, obviously it's going to start at the bottom and come down a little bit from the top and give yourself a vertical line and vertical line. So this is where they'd cut the metal out to make a door. You're going to make a stacker door. So for a stacker door, give yourself a guideline out in your isometric direction. Divide this length here into 3, and for one of those, that's how far your stacker door should come out. So if we come out and then down, let's draw another line out from there. Let's give it a little bit of thickness behind it. So there's 1 stacker door, 2 stacker doors, same again, 3 stacker doors. Let's draw a little frame inside here. And because it's glass, you might even see kind of a faint line of the stacker doors behind it. Yeah, rough, but okay. Let's add a few hinges in there. Alrighty then. Oh, a handle. Looks pretty doorish. Alright, so inside here, you might say, where does the floor meet the wall? Well, if I find this corner and draw isometrically along there, that's kind of where the back wall starts. Let's draw a window in here. Let's make this kind of a kitchen. So in the same, there's the top of my doorway there. Let's take that along and bounce it around the corner. There's the top of the kitchen window. How high does it come up? Well, if that's halfway, down a bit further is probably the bottom of your window. So that's the bottom, side, side. So that is another piece of metal cut out. And back corner from there, there's where the floor meets the wall. Let's draw a sink. So let's come out here and along. Let's just disappear it around there. Let's draw some circles, kind of some egg shapes like that, isometric circles when they're flat, like that. A little control knob and control knob, and suddenly it's looking like a kitchen. Let's draw a little sink here. Doesn't look like a sink yet. Let me add some grey, should help. See, I'll do that now. So a little bit of grey in there. Those kind of flat ceramic cooktops. Let's draw a fridge behind. So if we do some vertical lines, it doesn't really look like a fridge yet, but if I draw a little curvy line like that and some marks, now you kind of get the idea, it's a fridge. Let's draw a cabinet in beside it, some doors, 2 handles. Alright, so we're starting to get a little bit kitcheny. Let's draw a window at the end here. Remember, this height down. Draw the top of the window, bottom of the window, sides, a little frame. And if I draw 2 lines like that, with a little catch, kind of it's one of those windows that opens and closes like that. What about, you can draw anything you like inside here. Just for speed, I'm going to draw an isometric circle, which is like a flat egg shape. Let's draw some table legs there. Now, chairs, here's a trick, just draw the chairs behind the table. You haven't got to draw so much. They kind of, the rest of it's hidden away, maybe a little chair leg or 2 there. To make the table look like wood, the trick is use just some light colouring like that, and then because wood's never perfect, just a little bit of wood grain in one direction. And of course, as always, go around the outside and leave one little section light so it looks like it's shiny. Let's do some. Of course, you'd have orange seats. Anyway, some black legs, and maybe a bit of shadow from the table. You could draw some sort of a mat if you want. Just all these little cues help your eye see which way it's going. Go. Let's draw a lovely blue mat. And again, a little bit of shadow underneath the table. Oh, righty then. Let's draw some pot plants here. Big circle, little circle, join them like that. Big circle, little circle. If you're not a pot plant kind of girl or guy, then by all means, comment your own stuff. Now, what do plants look like? I don't know. So I've just got this technique of just doing a splotch. You could do 2 at once if you like. There you go. How easy are plants? And just a little bit of green like this. A little bit of green. And plants tend to have like darker areas underneath and maybe around. Doesn't matter really what you do, as long as it's loose and sketchy. Don't keep going over and going over it. And presto. Now, so let's draw the top on here. If this was a bedroom up here, generally you don't have big, huge windows in the little bedroom. Blinds cost a fortune, so we'll just go. This is called a highlight window. Top and bottom, not so far down. Line and line. So that could be one window. You could have a little section at the ends that you could either open like that, or you could make them glass louvers. It's pretty trendy. Oh, right. Let's do a big window here. This is called a picture window, where you make the window as big as you can, like this, and you could see actually where the wall meets the floor here. Let's put a nice artwork on the wall. This artwork is Mr. Lawrence's insect tutorial that you'll see on my channel. Oh, that one's long past. Okay, good. Let's draw a little frame. There we go. Mr. Lawrence's work deserves a frame. Good. Let's draw a bed in here. So for a bed, kind of start off with an isometric box like that, but just soften it up, soften the corners up, maybe a few kind of pillows on there. And it starts to look like a bed when you have a cover on it. And some pillows. And maybe not even then. How about a bit of shadow underneath? Well, I'm going to label it, that's a bed. Okay. If you want the walls to look different to the floor, you could pick a colour. Pick a wall colour. You guys are young, so let's do something a bit brighter. There we go. Now suddenly what looked like a square now looks like a window because of the detail that you can see inside. Same as this, you add something. If I take that corner there straight down, that would actually be where the two walls meet. Windows. On this one I tried yellow. It didn't really work, so I'm going to try a little bit of blue. So on an angle, just really lightly, just a little hint of blue come along, leave a space. Hint of blue, leave a space. Just a little hint on the louvers. Yeah, let's try that on the door. A little bit of blue, leave a space. The less blue you put on, the more it'll look like a window. I don't know how it's going to go on this one, but let's just try it. Yeah, kind of. No, this wall has no thickness, so let's just give it a little bit of thickness like this and darken that in with some sort of detail. There you go, now it looks like it's got some thickness. Alright, so that's kind of the basics. If you wanted to add anything else before you darken it in, now's the time. For instance, if you guys wanted to have a rooftop inflatable swimming pool, then now's the time. maybe with a ladder. There we go. Fun. What about a springboard? A couple of bolts holding that down. There's my diving board. Perhaps I'm going to get overboard there. Now it's time to darken it in. So round off your corners now. I'm not going to ask you to draw all the detail like in a proper shipping container. We both know what they are, so probably a little bit of space in between there. We'll do this like this. The only thing I'll ask you to do is to perhaps, if you're going to colour them, add just a little bit of texture. And rather than do a million lines, I found if you find something with a texture like this, and align, whatever you can find, align it in the direction of that, and you guys can use colour. I'm going to use something boring like, you've got to rub across. Yeah. So if the lines are going in this direction, then you've got to rub across the lines to get it to work out. There you go. Actually, probably shipping containers should be more straight up and down lines on the side. Scrub that. So, yeah, that looks a bit more shipping container. So I'm going to rub through like that and do that. I'm going to change the direction for the roof so they're going straight along. Kind of, it's all a little bit experimental for me. So there we go. Yeah, kind of. Let's darken this one up a little bit so it looks different to the top. The other thing you could experiment with is trying, I found this thong and it kind of has a texture. Let's try that. Yeah, sort of. Maybe you guys will have a bit more success finding something at home. Surprising. Let's do the same thing with this one. Let's colour him in. Remember I said pick one side and make it a little bit darker? So here we go. Darken that one in. Darken that one in. Let's put out in front here, if you want a little paved area, just follow your isometric lines. Remember your bird's foot lines, and we'll do some lines in this direction. Just do them nice and light. And some in this direction, like this. And if you wanted a grassed area, bring that along. You could make all this some grassed area, some paved area. Maybe your push bike lady there. Looks like I've darkening that ladder a bit. And let's go a red pool. And inflatable. Yeah. And there is your low-cost shipping container house. Good luck.